Well, hello, my beautiful people. My name is Gan. Welcome back to Sierra Ops. Last time, we were learning the controls of how to control, Project Sierra, the ship. And then, we, are attending some meeting that has to do with revealing the new ship. And before that happened, we met with, what was that guy named? Howard something. I don't remember his name, but I gave him the voice of Mickey Mouse. And for some reason, our main guy, Junius, has some problem with him. Which, I don't know yet, and I hope we'll learn in this episode or later on. So, without further ado, let us continue. I watched the old man standing behind the curtain on the other side of the stage as he fiddled with the hem of his sleeves, his eyes remaining firmly locked on the floor with a rare serious expression. Oh, by the way, are you listening to that in the background? There's finally sound! It sounded people talking, but damn, at least it's sound now. Despite the numerous voices, both familiar and not, the sentiment is the same across the diverse crowd. All those years, all those resources, all our blood, sweat, and tears, all our doubts and fears, all our hopes and dreams. This is it. Allow me to welcome you all to the Novius Research and Development Facility, or CNRDF, as we know it, sponsored and run by Signal Corporations. All of us are honored to know so many would take the long journey to Venus just to witness what we have accomplished here today. On behalf of all of us, I'd like to personally extend my thanks for your interest in our works on humanity's first step into deep space. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to the fruits of our labor. The Lemosov generator and its first fully functional prototype, the newly dubbed Sierra. Ooh. Now, what exactly is the Lemosov generator, you may ask? To put it bluntly, it's the dream power generator. Not only is it relatively harmless, stable, and extremely efficient, but has little to no harm impact on the environment, its own byproduct being water. By utilizing helium-3, commonly found on the moon, we are able to harness the power of nuclear fission, the same process that powers stars such as our mighty sun. I'm sure everyone must have heard about when we tried to use its power to the facility. It fried every battery we had, and we had to discharge everything onto Venus. What a sight that was to see, the planet below us filled with lighting. One problem remains. Could we contain that tremendous power and funnel it into something as isolated as a spacefaring vessel? That, ladies and gentlemen, is when we started developing the Sierra. It is a ship capable of handling the power of the Lemos particles in its truest form. Its engine, dubbed as the Lemosov particle drive, has been specifically constructed to release the power stored within the fusion process over vast periods of time. Theoretically, this allows the ship to remain operational at full power for over 100 years. With nearly limited power reserves, the opportunities for deep space exploration and its habitations are mind-blowing. With that, allow me to introduce you the current captain of our test crew aboard Sierra and our United Terran Vanguard liaison, Lieutenant Commander Junius Fahrenheit. And there's my cue. With a final check that my tie is straight, I step forward onto the center stage. Trying to ignore the look of relief on the old man's face, I focus on the audience. Heroes will. There are a lot of nobles here. What the fuck is Heroes Will? What the fuck? Good morning, everyone. Allow me to first extend my welcome to you as Dr. Lemosov has... Yeah, you're not doing this right. Let me drink water. Allow me to first extend my welcome to you as Dr. Lemostov has. While my 6 years are incomparable to the decades many have spent on the CNRDF, I believe what we created here is the key to humanity's first in both deep exploration and colony development. By pushing current technologies to its limit, we're able to achieve results that eclipse the standard UTV vessel in maneuverability, speed, adaptability, and durability. All this was made possible through a delicate balance of power output and sorry, there's something in my mouth. Functional produce through countless hours of experimentation with the Lemma's particle drive as the core foundation of her design. Ooh, look pretty. With the additional power reserve that the drive produces, as becomes possible to create a scaled down version of a vector shield previously limited to off-planet colonies and large stations. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a nervous security officer slipping into the VIP section and delivering a message to a woman wearing a Gerald family emblem. Barely able to stifle her gasp, she stands up and quickly follows the officer outside. Not only are threats associated with small spacebound obstacles eliminated, the dangers of deep space mining has been reduced by over 50%. As if the woman's departure sparks a chain reaction, several more guests stand up from their seat and quickly follow suit. I glance at the doctor for answers, but he seems as bewildered as I am. With that, my voice trails off as a confused mutter starts to consume the hall. At the last of the nobles are ferried outside by security, leaving only one sole person seated directly in front of the stage. As if taking me apart with his eyes, the vaguely familiar face stares back at me before standing up and walking towards the stage. The person is... My mind flashes back to my younger self sitting at my desk. Somewhere in the front of me, a classmate plays a video for his friends. An old man's voice sounds out from his tablet. While my successor is young and bright-eyed, do not mistake his youth for naivety. As of today, Signal Corporation will be returning to its rightful inheritor of old. Step forward. Marcus Handler. I take a step back, surrendering the podium to those cold eyes. If I may have everyone's attention. Due to the unexpected events occurring on Mars, I'm afraid I have to postpone the seminar to a later date. I apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you or your constituents. That is all. Doctor, come with me. Yes, sir. All I can do is watch as the CEO leads Doc away. What exactly happened? Don't tell me it's another Daedalus. Damascus. A shiver runs down my spine. I shake my head. No. Handler mentioned Mars. It would have to be something much bigger than a terrorist attack. If something happened on Mars. Hey. Hey, what's going on? What if the Martians stage another coup attempt? I need to calm down. Stealing my nerves, I suppress my chaotic mindset before taking the position up at the podium once again. In light of the situation, I would like to request that everyone remain calm and seated until further instructions are given, and we have a better understanding of what has occurred. I understand it's a lot to ask right now, but it is critical that we remain... The sound of doors opening cuts off the end of my sentence. My eyes meet the supervisor's frantic sweat-covered face as he struggles to catch his breath. Commander! Turn on the news! With hundreds of eyes watching my reaction, I quickly type in the correct channels on the holograph. A lone man bears Mars emblem stands proud on the stage, surrounded by a crowd of thousands. Armed men could be seen on the edge of the screen. He appears to be in the middle of a speech.
Everyone here knows the truth. We have been abandoned by our home planet. We have been neglected, ostracized, exploited. For over 200 years, we have been left to fend for ourselves with scarcely an ounce of support or aid. We forced to constantly refuel their supply ships, to feed their ever-increasing hunger for more colonies and indulge lifestyles. What did we receive in exchange for our toil, our blood, our suffering? Empty promises and lies upon lies mask a hollow gratitude. Are we forever to be beaten dogs, quaking under the foot of Terra's rule? I say no. I say we will fight and take what is rightfully ours. Our homes, our freedom, our humanity. Today, we cast off our chains. No longer will we be slaves to the rotten and corrupt policies of Signal Corporation or the tyranny of Earth. No longer will we hang our heads in submission. We are not tools to be used and forgotten. This is our land. And together, we will build a better, brighter future for people of tomorrow. So I ask everyone to take up arms, raise our banners, and fight for a better world, for our home. We are...
What the fuck is that? We are the Ares Fuck.
We are the Ares Confederation. Libertas Ares.
Okay.
The situation is dire. As of 9 o'clock today, standard Earth time, coordinated violence, Mars revolts have been reported across Mars and several districts with neon unprotected scale, unseen since the establishment of the colonies. Sources state that at least half of 20 United Terran Vanguard outposts have been claimed in the coup led by the Ares Confederation. While their long-term plan are unknown, current estimates place the danger level of Mars to be within the A range. How greatly this will impact Earth and Terra colonies have yet to be seen. However, according to UTV standard civilian protocol, in the event of suppressed resources, support lines or damage done to the space elevator present on Mars, it is highly recommended that thousands of households impose self-rationing until the warning is lifted. As of now, evacuation orders have been yet to be issued for any of the heavily affected areas, but the UN advised all civilians to remain in their homes or somewhere safe and have an emergency supply ready in case the situation escalates. With UTV and Signal officials visiting the Castronovas research and development facilities orbiting Venus for the unveiling of a fabled 100-year ship, it is expected
Fuck, I cannot read for shit. It's
expected that official statements regarding the situation will be issued sometime this afternoon.
Despite the voice of the newscaster, all I can hear is buzzing with my own head. Why? 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 Why now? We were supposed to... This is our fault, right? This isn't our fault, right? The man's words reverberate through the hall, shaking every one of us to the core. All at once, pandemonium consumes the crowd. It's over! It's all over! Everything is over! Move! I gotta call home! What do we do now? Ash? I'm gonna look to the side and not say a single word, because, this is conflicting views. I may be a Martian, or I may be a Terran, but I do not want to see war. Shit. Snapping out of my own shock, I grabbed the microphone from the podium. Everyone, calm down. Dude, I just hit my desk right now, even though he made the fucking sound. The hall freezes. My voice rings through the loudspeakers surrounding the room. We're all shocked, but there's nothing we can do if the station is in a state of panic. Correct! I turn to the source of the voice behind me. When did he... Taking the microphone from my hands, Peterson speaks with a calm, nearly monotone voice. Well, I understand that it is difficult to do nothing when events like this occur back home. I ask that you please put your trust in the UTV to resolve the situation swiftly. As for the rest of you, please see to it that our guests are shown a way to the cafeteria. After that, you are returned to your post and await further orders, as the Admiralty Board and Signal executives are still undergoing deliberation. Understood? A resounding number of voices call out from within the hall. Yes, sir. Dismissed. What would you do? Okay, let's just say you're in the military, or let's just say you're in the military, right? You either go to you go to your first command, right? And you just walk in, and either your sergeant or lieutenant or whoever's in charge or commander or whatever just had the Mickey Mouse like, oh, you'll be listening to me for the next 2 weeks. Take these orders and get to work. What are you doing, Private? I said get to work. What would you do if your boss, even your boss, like, come on, like if you go to work and and your boss is like, no, I want you to go clean the bathrooms, okay? Go clean the bathrooms, okay? Sweeping his eyes across the crowd one last time, he nods with an air of satisfaction before walking past me off the stage. You did good. I watch you slip back into the hallway, acting as nothing has happened at all. Good? In what way was that good? If internally panicking and yelling into a microphone is good, I don't want to see what bad is. This is our fault, right? This isn't our fault, right? Those words echo in my mind, each repeating seeming to grow more deafening. The timing is too perfect. We weren't part of the cause for the disaster. Then, were we at least the catalyst for their declaration? Well, yeah. Like, all of Earth... Like, think about it. All of Earth's leaders, or most important people, are on this station. Instead of being a terrorist and blow it up, you take out all the bases on Mars before they can even plan anything, like a counterattack or anything. Like, if they were back on Earth, or maybe, hell, even on Mars, if they're Martians or whatever, they could coordinate right then and there what to do. But, I don't know how this military works in this game. Because, is it, like, American doctrine or doctrines of, like, other people where it's like, we must wait for the general's orders, or the orders of our people? Or is it like, are the commanders right there on the ground, like, fighting back and, like, making up a counterattack? I don't know. I wish I knew. It would be interesting to know. If we hadn't need to delay the project for another year, would this have played out the same way? If I hadn't insisted on preferring her handling, then I need to talk to Doc. Where's Doc? Where's Papa? Where's Papa? I stand in front of a tightly sealed steel door. A plaque reading "Engine Room" hanging over the doorway. It doesn't take a genius to infer why Doc is on board Sierra, but... After a bit of hesitation, I hold my tablet up to the electronic lock and watch as the blast-proof barrier pulls themselves open. Junius. I'm glad you made it. I was starting to get worried you missed my message. What's happening? I heard about how you kept everyone in the hall calm after I left. To think you were the same little boy clinging to the leg of my trousers, begging me not to leave. Doc. The worst possible scenario. Mars and Earth are on the brink of war. You say you say that they're on the brink of war, but the motherfucker, like, they took over the planet. Like, what is there to talk about? Are they gonna just let them go free, or are they gonna fight for, union? Huh? The Ares Confederation is probably cutting all contact and supply lines right now. At this rate, the entire planet will be under their control in less than a month. But how? Haven't all the attempts up until now have been instantly dismantled? I don't know. How? I like how they say they don't know. They probably did everything in secret. Getting to politics, getting to the military, or like at least finding out like what to take, you know what I mean? From either armories and whatever. Building up forces until the right moment it is right to strike. According to Howard, the UTV forces were focusing on getting back to Earth. Why? It's hard to say if the admirals still on Earth can deal with the threat, but they should be able to hold the line if the Martians decide to attack. Like, okay. I see. So, they're aiming for the most straightforward approach. Was it too much to hope that the UTV made any sort of plans before coming all the way to Venus? It's not like the Martian revolts were uncommon even before I followed Doc to Venus. With how many Martian-born UTV being pushed into Martian posts, it's not unreasonable to imagine a certain section of them defecting if given much incentive or certainty of success. Why the fuck? I get it that you want Martian-born to be in your military to see like, hey, you got the people, your people working for us, so don't worry. Like, we're all good. We're all brothers and sisters, you know? But if you just have Martian-born people in the post and no one from like Earth or whatever, it's gonna be really fucking hard to keep that controlled. Like, they're gonna fight back. Some of them will defect and give weapons away. Like, it's stupid. Militarily, it's stupid. It's good. It's a good image to have them in your military, but it's also stupid when they revolt. And you're being, an asshole. There's no questioning that this was planned to some degree, but how much? Like, a lot? Assuming the fuck? Okay, Shove. If anyone can read that, I will... No, fuck that. If anyone can read this, good for you. But what the fuck does that say? Assuming that Beer-Kilium can make do with a simple resupplying with the current planetary alignment, it would take at least 4 months to re-enter the Terra system. If we factor in refeeding the civilian ships docked in the hangars for flight, and getting the nobles to safety, plus whatever time it takes to recalibrate for combat, it's probably about at half a month at least. The Venus unveiling was timed to make sure the trip was reasonable for the executives despite our delay, so that there's a good chance the fleet can at least catch up the start of the Martian offensive. I'm sorry, I know I'm stopping, but everything I'm reading, it's so fucking stupid. Like, none of you guys know history? Why do Americans have like bases all over the world with military personnel stationed there? Why? I'll give you the answer. So whenever shit like this happens, where someone declares war or attacks an ally, or attacks us, we are there to, to at least attack them or at least test their forces before the main force comes. Like, you get what I'm saying? We have forces everywhere to, put up a struggle while we wait for the main force to mobilize and come through. But these guys are just stupid. You didn't have a space station over Mars to I don't know, in case or at least somewhere close to Mars and Earth, so if something happens to any of the planets, I don't know, like aliens, or if they, revolt, you could just right away, maybe a couple days or something, bam, 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 bam. No. Just no. Even without the entire fleet there, the UTV can probably hold off any advanced attempts if the board takes the threat seriously enough, but as for you, congratulations on becoming Sierra's official commanding officer, Junius. Is it Junius? It might be Junius. What? You're promoted to captain. It's still in the works, but the board and Mr. Handler decided it would be best to recruit Sierra into the war effort. But she's You know that isn't true, Junius. Sierra is the only ship outside of the Bucilium that can move between planets at nearly the same speed safely. You know how valuable that is. But why me? I haven't even served on a UTV vessel, let alone been in combat. How in the world can I be the best candidate for this? You don't think I know that? Huh? He was in the top 5 in Damascus. His simulation scores are great. He's the only one who knows how to handle it properly. Having the chance to personally protect Earth is an honor for any officer. Why can't they see that they're trying to send a defenseless boy to fend for himself in battle? Why can't they see that this is a death sentence? If something happens to you, then I... The fucking face though. I take the shaking old man in my arms. It'll be okay. Junius, we don't know we don't even know if there will really be a war. Who knows? Maybe things will sort themselves out before anyone gets back to Earth. It's always been like that, hasn't it? It'll be okay. Everything will be okay. Junius, lying through his fucking teeth. He lies as easily as his... what does that fucking mean? He lie as easily as you can breathe? I don't fucking know. Even if it isn't. Looks like we'll be seeing each other a lot more. I look up from the order list on my tablet. Forgive me if I'm not excited, but it's been rather stressful couple of days. Ha! Don't I know it? I can't read the blueprints, Rutherford. The engine's causing is melting again, Rutherford. Broke something and it's going to explode. Save me, Rutherford. I swear, the list of things I had to do never ends. At least I don't have to handle Sierra's upgrades on top of this mess. Freya causing an experimental... At least I don't have to handle Sierra's upgrades on top of this mess. Farrah caused experimental Lemma's particle drive assault unit. That's Lapis. Yep, it's Lapis. Well, what's left of it after the investigations? And with a few extra attachments sample on top to make a living in it, not shit. But wasn't it, Oh, trust me, it still is. The insides are the same. It's still Lapis under all that transport. You're not too rusty, right? Did Freya agree to this? If you consider I don't care agreeing, sure, she agreed. Not that she was doing much with it anyway. Fuck my... Ugh. That was awful. I vomited a little bit in my throat right now. Ugh. Like, I had food that is not agreeing to me. I swear, Pipsqueak doesn't know how blueprints work. For someone who didn't care, she sure threw a fit when I got tired of dealing with her bullshit and finally kicked her out of the hangar. It's no Sierra, but it can make it to Earth probably. I see. Hey, you going to be okay? I'm just a bit nervous. Don't worry about it. If you say so. I take a deep breath to try to calm the stirring in my heart, as if the dream from yesterday threatens to dawn me in a second time. So what if it is Lapis? It's fine. Everything's fine. That was just a dream. Nothing more. Forcing myself to refocus on something else, I turn back to Rutherford. Will they be able to finish modifying Sierra without you? With Doc sticking back to oversee it, I don't see why not. I see. Cheer up, alright? Even if everything goes down the shitter, it's not the end of the world. We'll all make it through one way or another. At worst, this is probably a test to make sure you don't blow up our precious credit sinks while showing it off in battle. So as long as we don't get ourselves killed, it's all good. The UTV can be pretty bad, but even they're not stupid enough to throw away valuable assets. Plus, you have me to rely on, so no need to stress yourself out so much. Thanks. Well, Lapis is ready to go once you are. I have no clue whether or not this thing can actually hold on for 4 months straight, so if we want to get there early to scout, like they want us to, we should leave as soon as possible. Right. I'll see you on board after I double check everything has been loaded for the trip. Gotcha. See you on the bridge. Giving the most casual salute I have ever seen with a crooked smile, he chuckles before disappearing into the unit. It'll be alright. Things always work out one way or another. I take one last look around the hangar, a strange sense of loss coming over me. To think, I'm leaving after 6 long, difficult years. How much has Earth changed in that time I was gone? Will I still be able to recognize the place I have used to visit? After how I left it, I'd wish that the trip back could have been more positive, but when life has cooperated. I sigh. Ignoring the sense of imploding doom, I board Lapis. Is everything secure? Yep. We should be able to reach max safe speed in half an hour after leaving orbit. Prepare for launch. Roger. What will we find once we reach Earth? All systems are green. Integrate stability is at least 98%. Fuck man, there's music now and it's fucking loud. Lemon Cell's particle drive operation at 73 output and stable. Diverting all power to thrusters. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Woo! Engines at full capacity. Disengage magnet rails. Looks like Sarah's seeing us off. Look at that beauty. That beauty of a ship. I'm not gonna lie, man. I love space stuff. Like, when I see the Mass Effect. Oh my god, Mass Effect. You ever played Mass Effect? That shit was, oh my god, Mass Effect. I remember I was in middle school, 13, playing Mass Effect. And even to now I still play it. I must have played that game like 100 times. like redoing everything once I finished the third game. I fucking loved the ship, the Normandy. And even though Andromeda kinda sucked, like, a lot, Mass Effect Andromeda, the fucking ship, the Tempest, mwah, fucking beautiful, you know? We won't know till we actually get there. Okay. What the fuck is this, like security camera shit? Oh. Boom. Sierra Ops. Is that really the opening? Like, were we just looking at a prologue or something? I'm gonna skip it. Operation Officer, whatever. Quartermaster Ashton McCarthy. Commander Gene Brooks. Commodore Gene Brooks. Second in Command Alan Falluiro. Head Engineer Alman Rufford. Assistant Researcher Freya Tall. Captain Junius Fahrenheit. Can I skip this? Okay, I'm gonna skip it. There we go. But yeah, we want to see the whole. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, Chapter 1, Path to Tomorrow, Operation Red Tide. We're gonna ride the red tide. Yeah, it's a high tide. Sorry, I can't do, fuck, I can't do Surfer. Like, yeah, bruh. Red tide. Okay. Let's just continue before I make a fool out of myself. Wow. Look at that ship, though. You know what? I'm gonna end it here. But why, yeah? Well, you saw the opening. It's like a good place to end it. Because, like, we just got to Earth, and it's like a perfect place to end it. Like an end of an episode. Think about it. In that, I don't know what to say. But I'm ending it here, because a bit's tired. So, without further... Fuck. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Alrighty, man. This game, the story is good, even though I still don't know what the fuck is happening. And I'm glad that there's music this time. Like, seriously, man. I hate hearing my own voice when I'm editing with like no music in the background. Like, I just hate my voice in general, so at least the music amplifies my, I don't know, it masks my, you know, stupid shit when I do. So, yeah. Well, this is awkward. I don't really know what to say. Other than, this is Gat, saying farewell, and as always, bye-bye.